Yesterday I found out I don't have breast cancer. I found a lump in my left breast a few months ago. Took about a month to see a doctor, and another month to schedule the mammogram and ultrasounds. They found 8 masses in my breasts, but they are all benign. The one I found was just the biggest of them. It's been a rough few months. I lost my cat to cancer last week, and since COVID, work has been so insane that I can't even fit into my work clothes from losing so much weight, and I'm always tired and sad. But I don't have cancer. So I'll take this one as a win. We all need one once in a while. Please do breast exams, everyone. Meant to. No one is immune to breast cancer. Stay safe and healthy, everyone. Edit. The response to this post has completely taken my breath away. I can honestly say that I haven't seen such a unanimous outpouring of love and support on Reddit before. And it's on my own post. I truly thank everyone for the well wishes and for sharing your stories with me. Life can be so dark sometimes. I think we need to be beacons of light for each other to help guide one another through. And that's what this is. Thank you, and I hope you all stay happy and healthy during this complete shit tornado of a year. Today my husband told me he is gay. In case it isn't obvious, I'm a woman. We've been together for 7 years. I've never had the slightest inkling. He told me we needed to talk. He was struggling to get the words out. I thought he was going to tell me he was having an affair or something and yelled at him to just fucking say it, and he did. I'm gay. To say I am devastated would be a gross understatement. My heart is shattered. I genuinely believed we were happy and we were forever. But as devastated as I am, I can't find it in myself to be angry at him. If anything, I feel incredibly sad for him. It's heartbreaking to know that he felt so scared and ashamed of who he really is, that he has hidden this part of himself for so long. He told me he had no intention of ever coming out. He was totally prepared to spend the rest of his life keeping it secret. But he started a new job not too long ago and made friends with a gay couple there. When restrictions eased, we hung out with them and their friends a couple of times. He said that watching them together, seeing how normal it really was, how completely unashamed they were, made him decide he didn't want to hide it anymore. He's not ready to come out to his family and friends yet, and has begged me not to out him, which of course I wouldn't anyway. Although I'm completely gutted and want to smash things and scream until my lungs burst, I also want to support him. I know our marriage is over. Believe me, I know. There is no coming back from this. But it's not ending because he cheated on me or abused me, or anything like that. He is still a good man. He is still my best friend, and I don't want him to deal with this alone. My head is still spinning. How the duck do you get over something like this? My boyfriend got COVID and I'm angry at him. For context, we live in Moscow. My boyfriend and I live together. He works from home, while I am a teacher, so how COVID hits our realities is a bit different. I am constantly reminding him to wear a mask, even around his family. He went to visit his brothers and guess ducking what? They all got sick. I'm pissed because if my boyfriend has listened to me about how serious a global pandemic is, he would have worn his ducking mask. I can't be angry at him, because this is unfortunate, but I've made it clear I'm not pleased. I've spent months isolating and sanitizing and wearing my mask 24/7 out of the apartment, and this is what happens. I feel like I'm screaming into the void, like I'm the only person who is taking this seriously. My wife just told me the truth I wanted to hear for so long. I feel so small. If you're in the mood to read a pathetic plea for advice, I posted to relationship advice this morning, before I heard the truth. Barely any attention, and I'm not sure what I expected. The two commenters suggested I seek out support. But I don't have anyone to talk to. I worked up the courage to have the talk we had been taking about having for months now. My wife finally told me she had been cheating since before the wedding, almost 2 years ago. It was obvious since the beginning that she wanted him like that. I knew there was more to it than trying to help a friend. I didn't know it had already started. Rather, I didn't want to believe it. She hated the women he had over to his place, where she spent the majority of her time, because they were no good for him. No, She hated them because they were taking him away from her. She wanted him to herself. I needed to hear the truth. I tried everything at the beginning to get her back before anything happened. It already had. I held on with too loose a grip. I tried to be more like him. I wish I was better then. I'm so pathetic. I feel so small. I wish I knew before it really started. I told her before the wedding, knowing only now the affair had already begun, that she could go and it would be okay. I wasn't trying to push her away. I knew what she really wanted and it hurt. Like a commenter said this morning, she already chose her life. I didn't say the right words. God, I wish I knew. It hurts so fucking much. It's a shitty situation to have to deal with. I was married 9 years and found out she had spent the last year falling in love with a coworker. I can promise you this, it will not be easy. It will take a long time to truly heal and move past it. Her actions have nothing to do with who you are. Perhaps her interpretation of you, but not the core you. No one knows that person the way you do. Focus on what you can control, your mental, physical and spiritual self. Take the time to find yourself, look for any light in the darkness and let it warm your soul. Do the things that make you happy. Know in your heart you deserve to be happy. You cannot and will not find true happiness from anywhere but inside yourself. When you start to, you will find good people are gravitating to you as a bright light in their darkness. It's okay to ask for help, it's okay to feel the way you do. Genuine honest emotions can hurt but they help you heal. It is a long hard road to recover from. You can do it. It will get easier. It will get better. Keep your head up, King. You are loved and never alone. I have been in love with my best friend for the past 3 years and she doesn't love me back. I am aware how sad this may sound, but I am genuinely in love with a woman I would consider my best friend, even though she has made it very clear that she doesn't love me back. I have tried to just get over it for the sake of our friendship, but it will just never go away. I feel like I should just tell her to be honest and to just get it off my chest, but I don't wanna mess up the relationship we have because it's basically the best part of my life. I don't know what this, a confession, asking for advice, or whatever, but I just felt like I needed to say this to someone. Even though gay and lesbian are different terms, I feel like lesbian is way too sexualized, so I'd rather strictly refer to myself as gay. One thing I've always gotten shit for is thinking the term lesbian is gross. You can look up lesbian and the first thing that shows up is porn. It's gotten to the point where I myself can't hear it without associating it with such, and I hate it. It really fucking bothers me that it's become so sexualized to the point where I, and others I know, are embarrassed to say it, which isn't how it should be. Just saying I'm gay hasn't gotten me a sexual response like saying I'm a lesbian has. It's not that I'm not proud, it just really grosses me out now. Gay is an umbrella term but more frequently associated with men, but I've taken refuge under that umbrella to save me from sexual comments a lot. TLDR, it pisses me off that lesbian is so sexualized that it's embarrassing to say out loud for me and a lot of other people I know. Failing classes due to COVID. We're 5 weeks into the semester and I'm failing every single course I'm enrolled in. For reference, I'm typically an honor roll student, but the last online semester in the spring was really damaging to my GPA, and ever since it's been on a massive plummet. My university is fully online. As someone with pretty bad ADHD, I can't do online courses to save my life. Let alone 17 credits worth of them, 6 separate classes, all week long. I never took online classes for this reason alone, but now COVID has severely f***ed me. I'm supposed to graduate in the spring. But if I fail even one of these courses I can't graduate on time. Normally, I'd be okay with this, but my school recently switched its tuition to block tuition style, meaning I've already paid for 18 credits worth of classes. Dropping a class and taking it later puts me even further in debt than I wanted to be. On top of it all, I'm jobless, and supposed to somehow be applying for graduate school or a job, when I don't even know if I'm going to graduate on time. I've been anxious and depressed and not a day goes by I don't have some kind of meltdown about it. I'm letting everyone down. I'm letting myself down, and I can't afford what this shit has brought. I won't financially recover from this to begin with, but now I'm expected to incur more student debt or fail barely pass my classes.